I don't know how your day's been going. Mine's been going pretty darn good. Y'all's? Well, I was reading the other day, I think Scott sent it to me, he said alarm clock or an opportunity clock. It made sense. I took it to the players. I talked to them about that. I appreciate that, Scott, sending that to me. But I want to talk to you about my day a little bit. We got up, we had a staff meeting, and I got on the plane. And I started, do you guys ever scroll through pictures if you don't have Wi-Fi and you scroll through? Well, I had one of last year of me. And if you don't mind, and no disrespect, but I had the same damn tie on. And I am not going to go through another season like that. So it's going to start with taking this damn tie off. All right? Number two, I get on that fancy bus they meet us with, and my damn belt exploded. I didn't forget it, Frank. It just exploded. So, luckily, Baz has put on about 50. And he came to my rescue. So thank you for gaining weight, my friend. You did a great job. Thank you again for being here. We do have 9 Little Rock, Pulaski County kids on our team. Anton Pierce, Preston Davis, Mason Schick, Alex Johnson, Emarion Harris, who is going to play a lot of ball for us. Quincy Rhodes Jr., same thing, really coming into his own. Jabray Shaw over at Mills, Nico Davier, who's starting for us at defensive end, and Charlie Collins, who was a big get for us. I want to talk to you a little bit about NIL, and not in the, it's kind of been known as NIL, you know, but a little bit about NIL. And all I want to say about it is this, that, you know, as we're going around trying to raise money, and there's so many people in here that without you, we'd be dead. I mean, without Frank Fletcher, we'd be done. And Todd, and I mean, just so many. I got a list of them over here, and I'm going to miss somebody, so I'm not going to say everybody. Obviously, Warren Stevens and everybody, okay? But what it's done for me is the people that I've read stories about success, Dr. Mac Moore, and the successes, and I read the newspaper about what they've done in their life, and then to get to meet them personally and find out why they have had success. Well, once you're around them, each and every one of those guys, you understand why they did. And it's really cool. So NIL has been a blessing to me because of the people I've been able to meet. And I've always had that respect for those names, but then once you meet the person behind the name, it's really special. So I really want to thank those guys, and you know who you are, and I'm going to leave you out if I go over the list, but without you, we can't function. And so much appreciated there, okay? So I'm going to leave that. You know, I'm looking at myself in this deal right here. I don't look too bad. Last year was tough. So, you know, the one thing we're trying to tell our team is that no matter what you did yesterday, it won't have an effect on what you do today unless you use it as a positive or a learning experience, whichever way it is. So we're trying to flush everything, every practice. We've had 16 really good ones. And last year was hard because we lost so many close games, you know, 5, and played better on the road than we did at home. So there are some things that we have to get fixed, and I think we do. But I want to say this, and I'll say it as many times. I love this football team that we have right now. It's a good football team. I want you to be excited. I do. I mean, I want you to be excited about the football team. You got to get off this, negative that. That ain't never solved no problems, you know. Just listen, believe in the Hogs. You do. We've got a good football team. You're going to enjoy watching the Hogs play, and you're going to enjoy it. Hopefully you can get over there on Thursday night and watch us play here in the great city of Little Rock. That would be, if we could pack that, that would sure make a big difference. You know, Thursday night was something that we had to kind of figure out, to be perfectly honest with you, in that, you know, every year they come to me about time to play the game. And the hardest thing on a Saturday is that everybody, not everybody, a lot of people want to have the night game here in Little Rock on Saturday night. And honestly, I did not, and I didn't because we would get back at 2:30 in the morning on a home game, and I didn't want to do it. Well, 11 a.m.'s probably can't get drunk enough, I don't think. I mean, I think you can try, but, well, hell, I've done it a couple times, but but that's hard. And getting the game, you know. And so then if you go at 3 o'clock, well, at halftime, it's time everybody's passing out in the stands. So we thought that Thursday night might be a good deal. It would be good for us because then we would have 2 extra days to continue to work on the next opponent. So I'm really excited to see how it goes, you know, and having a night game here in Little Rock, I think is going to be really fun. And Thursday night, we'd love to see you all out there and supporting us. We've had 16 days of practice right now. And when we get back, today will be, obviously, we are preparing our own team. We're not really headed towards Pine Bluff yet, but we're trying to get better as a football team. But we've had 16 really good practices, and 2 of them were scrimmages. And so we've got a little, you know, it's a physical game out there, and so we've got a few dinks and things, but nothing where a guy would miss any time right now. But I don't know how you get any better if you don't practice blocking and tackling, and a lot of football now is going to, I don't know what it is. It's like a flag type deal in practice just so you can stay healthy to get to a game. But the games aren't any fun if you're not ready when you get there. So we've been very physical. Obviously, y'all know I hired Bobby Petrino or no? It wasn't a very popular move in the state, and I'm going, damn, I should have hired somebody they wanted, you know. Bobby's been super since he's come, since he decided to come back to Arkansas. Very passionate about the state of Arkansas. Been great is what it's been. We were able to hire, you know, we lost a lot of the offensive staff, and we were able to hire Ronnie Fouch as a wide receiver who coached with Bobby, and Colby Smith, who coached twice with Bobby at running backs, and he also played for the Chiefs. You remember that, guys, when he played for the Chiefs or no? I hope nobody says yes, and that way I'll tell him, hell, nobody remembered you. And then Eric Mateus. Eric was my GA, and now I'm his GA at the offensive line position. And Eric was here 3 years with me when I was here as an offensive line coach, and he's doing a super job with those guys. But the entire defensive staff is back, which we improved a lot last year defensively, and I think having them all back will help us there. And then Scott Fountain's back. I think he's the only coach on the staff that stayed with me the complete 5 years, him and Pat, but Pat's just coaching all the people in the building, not the players. The schedule, I think right now we're about 50,000. Is that right, Pat? Season tickets? Is that right? Where we're at 48 to 50,000 season tickets sold. You had 15,000 students in there. I think we're going to end up having full capacity, especially, you know, we're going to have what kind of season I think we're going to have. Hell, you better, if you don't have your season ticket or you're, if you're not a student, you're a student? No, grad student. And you better get to buying them game tickets up because we're going to have a hell of a season. I love, did I tell you I love the football team this year? You would too if you was out there. So I was flying to the SEC Media Days, and I was going over what I was going to say, and as you can tell, I write some stuff down and then I never say what's on the piece of paper. Because a piece of paper, Frank, is better than what's coming out of my mouth, but I just start rambling, you know. And as I was talking, I said, well, and I had Andrew Armstrong and I had Landon Jackson and Taylor Green on the deal, and I was going, well, I was talking, I was going, well, we played 7 opponents in the top 25 and this, that, and other. And right when I got it, Andrew Armstrong said, hell, they got to play us too, which that's the kind of mentality that our kids have. And so let's just briefly do this, and then, Baz, let's go to work. Offensively, you're going to love Taylor Green. Big, tall, fast, got great leadership skills. Our running backs, we've got 5 of them, and they can play. They're good. You're going to like Jaquina Jack. You're going to like Rashad Dubinion. You're going to like Braylon Russell. Really has done a really good job. And then we got a couple of transfers more in there. Our tight ends, they're all back. Luke Has is healthy. And they're all back. We added a tight end to our roster, Polska. And then our offensive line, we added 4 out of the portal. 3 of those 4 are starting us, and we needed edge help. So there are 2 tackles and a center. Those 3 we got. We hit on every one of them. You're going to enjoy watching those guys play. At wide receiver, we added in the portal, but we didn't lose anybody. We had basically our entire guys who played coming back, okay? Defensively, I like our 2 deep. There's a guy named Anton Junekaj that came from Albany, and he's a really, really good defensive end. I think you'll enjoy watching him. Landon Jackson, we're having a hard time blocking him at practice. Him and Cam Ball, they're really good players. And then at linebacker, we've got 4 to 5 there, depth-wise. I think you're going to hear about Spence, Sorey, a guy named Stephen Dix, and then Switzer. I think we got a young freshman from Hoover, Alabama named Brad Shaw that I think you'll enjoy watching as well. And then in the secondary, got a lot of guys coming back with Braxton and Robinson and Singletary and Stewart at the corners, and then the safety. You got Hud. Hud's just been here. I think he's been here longer than I have, Hudson. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the wide receiver, he had a birthday, Monte Harrison, and he's now the 3rd oldest guy in the building. Me, Bobby, and then damn him. Damn, 29. We asked him, could he return punts? He said, hey, have you seen me in center field? If you can run down a baseball, you sure as hell can catch a football. I felt dumb. I'm going, I didn't know that, One place I didn't play when I played baseball was center field. Catcher? There you go. But anyway, so I like the football team. That we have a battle there going on at kicker. Okay, so we lost Cam Little, and we have a battle going on there with Matt Shipley and Kyle Ramsey. And it's going to go down to the wire there. They both really had good fall camps. And then Devin Bell's going to be our punter for us. Man, he's having a good camp too. And these are when you get up in front of wonderful fans like you are, you want to preach some positive things. You do. You want to pump up the people in the audience. But hell, I'm just telling you the truth. We got a good football team, a good group of guys that are leaders in the locker room. They work extremely hard, and I damn sure think they're going to make the state of Arkansas proud. On Sunday morning, you get up and go to church, or if you don't, well, you still can be happy about the Hogs, but I think you're going to feel really good about this football team because we certainly do, okay? So I'm going to have David ask me some questions, and then I'll give him his belt back, and then I'll take some pictures, and then I got to go home. Thank you, everybody.
Coach, let me get you a chair real quick.